All right, so let's talk about locus of control. All right, so the idea behind this is how does my locus of control affect my relationships? And what's really, really cool is when teachers, or all adults really, when they consider their job, a lot of times their locus of control, they don't associate in their heads as having any similarity to their locus of control in their personal life. But actually, if you kind of think about it, they do play hand in hand with each other, right? And so as we talk about this, I want you to think about that in your own life, right? Maybe even in, any kind of, intimate dating relationship or marriage or anything like that, or even with your own kids, if you have children, right? If you have a dog, okay? Let's think about this, okay? Because it's really crazy how we intersect, right? In our minds, we may think in the classroom, that's different. Is it really? All right, so the theory of locus of control, right? What it does is it's this explanation of where individuals conceptually place responsibility, choice, and control for the events in their life, right? So what it does is it looks at this idea of internal control versus external control. And so there's some examples right here for you to look at, right? So somebody who has an internal locus of control, they're more likely to work for specific achievements, right? And they are okay with like delayed gratification, right? If you are a teacher and you get paid once a month, right? That delayed gratification. Or I am saving up every single month. I'm not going to go to Starbucks. I'm not going to buy a Red Bull because I'm going to save it all up, and that's going to be my spending money when I go to Vegas this summer, right? So that delayed gratification with rewards, right? They're able to resist coercion by other people because they believe internally that they have control over themselves and the events in their life. They are also less willing to take risks, and they do want to work on self-improvement because, again, this idea is if I take a risk and I don't do well in this, then that's because of something internally with me. I was incapable of doing it, right? Let's look at external. So external locus of control. So they're more likely to have lower goals, right? And being okay with lowering their goals, right? For externals, their view of control in their own lives has to do with everything else. And so you might know somebody, right, in your life that, maybe they struggle to place responsibility or take ownership for their own actions, right? And that would be an external locus of control. That I did this because so-and-so did that. And we hear this with our kids a lot, right? If a kid gets into trouble, it's usually not this, you're right. My bad. I was wrong. If you find one of those kids, let me know. That would be phenomenal, right? No, children, the first thing they do is go, well, it's because he did it first, right? And so now, does it always mean that it wasn't caused by an external force? No. But this feeling or this philosophy of the control and what happens in my life is not because of me, and I don't have any control over it, right? And so this means that these people tend to be more stressed and prone to clinical depression because they feel out of control because it's coming at them versus something that they actually can change for themselves. They are more willing to take risks and to work on self-improvement. And they prefer games of chance or luck because everything in life is based on something outside of me. It's not necessarily based on what I can do or what I can achieve, right? So when we think about locus of control, and we think about it in our own personal lives, and we think about it in our classrooms, where do you fall? Are you kind of in the middle? How do you view yourself, right? And so next, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you read some case studies, okay? Read through them, and there's questions with each one. So take some time, read through them, right? Pause all of this if you need to. Take a step away because they can be lengthy. But really, really read through them and consider how locus of control is impacting this teacher's classroom with this student.